The episode begins with Yuya at the king's palace, where he fights off many thieves who attempt to attack them. After the conflict ends, the guard searches the thieves' clothes and finds a mark inside them. The king is surprised by the mark and leaves to go to his room. At this time, the knights understand that these thieves were ordered to kill Princess Lexia. While Yuya is standing in one of the palace rooms, he remembers the knight who asked him to protect Princess Lexia and end this coup. At that moment, Lexia comes to him and tells him that she wants to take him for a stroll around the royal capital. Luna tells her that she won't be able to do that under these circumstances because if she goes out, it's like announcing her location to the thieves. However, her brother Yuya is with them, so he will protect them from any danger. They decide to go out in the capital, considering it quite normal because Lexia is confident that Yuya also wants to take a tour with her in the town. Luna suggests that since Yuya wants to go out, she will go with him on the tour. However, Lexia refuses to agree to that. The knight then suggests that he can take Tuya and Luna while Lexia and Luna stay in the palace, but they angrily refuse. After that, Yuya takes a walk with his friends while the knight guards them from a short distance. Luna remains next to Lexia, assuring her safety, while he keeps an eye on the surrounding areas. Lexia requests to go to the jeweler, but Luna wants to go to the blacksmith located there. They argue about it, and the people in the streets notice them and wonder if this noble-looking boy is from somewhere else or not because of his attire and good behavior. Yuya looks around but doesn't see any hostile looks from them. They then stand in front of the Adventurers Guild, but Yuya doesn't know what it is. Luna informs him that it's the Adventurers Guild and if he's interested, he should register there. Yuya expresses curiosity since when he was on his way to the royal capital, he registered with the Merchants Guild but usually ends up killing monsters more than anything else. Luna tells him that he should register with the Adventurers Guild, as the Merchant Guild card is enough as an ID, but if he registers with the Adventurers Guild, it will be easy for him to trade any monster-related materials, and he can also take on quests to earn more money. Yuya agrees to register and Lexia is happy about it because she can already imagine him achieving many things as an adventurer. Luna decides to register as well because she wants to have another source of income. Even though she is Lexia's personal guard, she is not with her every hour, and she wants to have another means to earn money. If Lexia objects, she can also register. Lexia hesitates for a moment but eventually enters the guild with them because she won't give them a chance to be alone. However, Yuya is usually busy, and it won't be easy for all of them to take on quests together. Then, the receptionist gives them registration forms to fill out the required information. Yuya asks her about his companions and whether they can register as well since they are monsters. However, the receptionist tells him that he cannot do that, and only the two of them can register. As Yuya fills out the form, he finds a word, magical affinity, indicating that in this world, magic has a common affinity. Therefore, this is one of the conflicts with common knowledge that people were concerned about, and he writes ordinary magic spells he has, such as water, fire, and wind, as these elements he uses all the time. When he looked at the word magic energy capacity, he asked the employee to explain it to him, and she answered that the department is there to record his magic energy capacity. She then gives him this crystal to measure his capacity. Yuya wanted to use the referred number of his magic energy in his statistics, so he asked if he could do that, but Luna, fearing him, told him that he should usually hide things to avoid false reports. They use this crystal that changes its color depending on the level of magic energy, so Luna puts her hand on it, and a yellow ray comes out. Then Yuya also puts his hand on it, and the crystal shatters, shocking everyone. It was a surprise for them to find that he possesses enough magical energy to break the crystal. He asked if he has to pay for it, but she told him that he doesn't have to because she knows he didn't do it intentionally, and she's afraid of him. Then the employee took Luna's paper to ask her if she uses any other weapons besides her threads, but Luna can only use her threads as weapons, and if there is another name for it, it would be close combat and swords only. The employee looked at Yuya's paper again and was shocked to find that he can use 3 different affinities. His ability to use these 3 affinities places him in the same world as fictional characters and requires a certain ability to use magic fundamentally. The princess was amazed by him as she expected him to be amazing, and Yuya was a little flattered but happy that he didn't write all types of magic he has. Then the employee starts recording the information they provided about registration, and after finishing the registration, she gives them their cards. She informs them that since they are still newcomers, they will start at the lowest rank, which is the F rank. Yuya asks if there is a specific share or minimum number of tasks they should complete. She tells him that there is nothing specific, and they leave it to each adventurer, but if they gather more tasks than the assigned quota, they will receive additional rewards. However, she advises him not to harvest all the plants in a growing area because if he does, the plants may not grow back. After that, Yuya and his friends wait to receive their first mission. At this time, a girl named Glenna approaches them. She talks to Yuya, saying he is a very handsome man, and she is an adventurer like him. She wants to get close to someone, even if they seem strong. She also mentions how amazed she was when he shattered the crystal. Lexia and Luna argue with her, trying to keep her away from their friend, but she suggests that if they have a chance, they should take on a mission together. Then Lexia speaks, saying that in order to protect Yuya from women like her, isn't it necessary for us to register as adventurers? We need to find a mission that I can help with, even though I can't register as an adventurer myself. After that, they see Yuya in the forest exploring a flower and find out it is a healing herb. Thanks to my identifying skill, I know how to harvest it. Then Lexia says, forget all the annoying complications of the royal family and inhale the air outside as much as we can. It can bring a beautiful feeling. Let's all go on an outing together next time. Then Luna starts gathering flowers and says that collecting them is not difficult, but they should cause minimal damage to the roots. Lexia asks her to compete to see who can gather more, and Yuya will be the judge. She wants to gather a lot to make Yuya praise her. They notice Owen approaching them hurriedly, and Lexia tells Yuya and Luna that they have found the prince's location. Owen asks Yuya and Luna for their help in protecting Lexia, and they all hurry together. Yuya remembers Owen's words, saying that all the assassins are experts, and he feels embarrassed to say that if anything unexpected happens and the prince escapes, it's something they want to avoid as much as possible. The prince is in a palace prepared for isolation. They arrive at the location, and Owen says that the prince cannot be anywhere else but here. Yuya comments that the place is very peaceful. Owen tells him that it's possible someone beat them to it and ambushed them. They open the door, and suddenly an arrow strikes one of the soldiers. They realize that the prince is accompanied by someone who is attacking him. If any of them approach, the person will kill him. Yuya orders a nighttime attack to save the man, and Owen tells him to surrender because he is surrounded. The prince becomes angry and starts breaking everything, saying that if they come any closer, he will kill himself right there. He is confident that they think all of this will be better without him, and no one will mourn his death. Yuya is deeply affected by his words. The prince attacks Yuya, but he evades with the help of Owen and saves him. The prince falls to the ground, and Owen tells him to surrender because it's an order from the king. Then Owen thanks Yuya for helping them capture the prince peacefully. Then a girl appears and speaks to the prince, saying that he failed and she doesn't need him for anything. She mentions that he was not lucky, and the plan was not successful. The prince accuses her of wanting to make him ascend the throne and gain a high position for herself. She tells him that it's not true and reveals that the real plan is to make him a king to wage a multi-front war and kill many humans. The prince accuses her of deceiving him, and she replies that she doesn't care about him and that she will kill him. She attacks him, but someone saves him. The girl uses her power, and then she tells them that she alone carried out this entire attack, manipulating all the arrows at this moment. The ultimate goal is the annihilation of humanity. Yuya uses his power, and a tremendous green aura emerges, making all the arrows disappear. Owen thanks Yuya for saving them, and the girl hears Yuya's name, realizing his power. She says that if he has this much power, it's necessary to use the power of arrogance, but she has exhausted a lot of her energy in this battle and disappears, leaving them behind. That's where the story ends.